Broke my boss's brain.
I came to work 5 minutes late, still 25 minutes before the store opens, because I stepped in dog poo on my way to my car and had to wash my boots. I have a 30-minute commute and get up at 5 a.m. every morning to make it on time. When my boss asked why I don't get up earlier to account for hiccups like that, I looked at him and simply told him because I don't want to. He simply just could not fathom that concept.
I've got a good one for you. My boss told me the other week that I made great money last year, sales job, but I need to take less vacation. I just said no, and walked out of his office laughing. He called me in his office a few days later, told me he'd been thinking a lot about what I said and wanted to apologize and that it was my right as someone who works hard to take as much time off as I like. I didn't know what to say. Felt like the fabric of reality was dissolving, like I might walk outside and see George Washington riding a balloon animal while rain fell upwards. Had a boss get mad one day because he asked if I would work Saturday. This specific Saturday was scheduled to be my day off as I didn't get the previous Saturday off. I just said no, sorry, I can't. Boss, why do you have plans or something? Me, nope. Boss, then why can't you work tomorrow? Me, because I don't want to? And am not scheduled this week? He instantly got pissy and tried to say that starting next week everyone will be working every Saturday. So the following Monday I asked for the updated schedule as we should all be working Saturday now, right? His response? Yay, we aren't doing that. I was just angry. My favorite, boss, you were lotting, and I didn't get paid for those 3 minutes. Lesson learned.
Nice. Your boss needed to know, albeit indirectly, what a fucking stupid comment he made.
I hate that shit. You need to plan better to account for these completely arbitrary and improbable situations. I had teachers in college say that too. Like, no. I'm already spending 98% of my waking time on you people. I'm already destroying my sleep cycle to be here. Fuck off. About 15 years ago I was on my day off buying food for my kid's 4th birthday party, which was that afternoon. My boss phoned me and told me a server was down and I needed to fix it. Normally I wouldn't have been that bothered, but I told him the situation and he demanded that I literally abandon my shopping and go home to fix it. Told him to fuck off, so he said he'd just paid me a bonus, so I had to do it. But that bonus, not even a big one, was hard fought for after doing months on unpaid overtime. So I said, I'm not coming in and you can shove your bonus up your arse if you're going to lord it over me. And hung up. He ended up fixing the server himself. I quit eventually, but that's a much longer story.
5 a.m. is already early enough.
Reminds me of a time I was traveling with my company owner. Worked a long day on a job site. Get back to the hotel and agree, okay, let's shower. Meet back down at 7 for dinner? I walked into the lobby at 7:01. He gave an entire speech about it and about how can he trust me to meet with clients. And all kinds of childish nonsense. I outright just tried to explain that a loose meet at 7 in the lobby to sit on our phones while we search Google Maps for places to eat isn't the same thing. I have never been anything but early for real situations. Which I'd been doing for him for years. Only to have my entire seeming reputation and potential review of my work and pay rate hinge on this fucking truly childish thought he had. Like some dementia or something where he didn't understand situational discretion. Yep, his success is because he is so smart and hardworking. Which just means that he farts around saying dumb shit like that. And is a totally disrespectful buffoon. Nah, his success is that he can say that to me like I'm his teenage kid. And I will turn around, smile, make him huge profit margins while continuing to show up early and impress clients with my ethic and performance. This is what these people are like. We need a new expression for out of touch, because these filth bags are in another universe entirely. Because I don't want to is my favorite excuse to use. It's the most truthful too. I feel like good bosses appreciate the honesty, rather than BS excuses they usually get.
Next time come in shit-covered shoes. Good on ya. Don't let no dickhead set your schedule for you.
I mean, if you would need to think about every uncertainty that could come between you getting up and arriving at work, then why not just simply sleep right there? Then you'd never be late, even during an apocalypse. Yup. Just as in my last work, my immediate boss once called me, and his complaint was, "Hey, I've watched that you always leave at exact 6 p.m. Why are you leaving always at that time?" And my answer was, "Well, I like to always leave at my exit hour. That's why I always get here to work in time. You can ask HR as much as you want." He was like, "But what? Do you think that's okay? Do you think that speaks good of you?" And I was like, "Well, it's because I didn't knew you would pay for extra hours. Should have told that first. I'm glad to cover extra hours if I got them paid as the law says," and yup. He was like he couldn't believe it. After that, on the next 3 months they never renew my contract lol. Bosses avoid seeing the humanity in their employees in order to justify their exploitation. They literally need to NPC everyone else for their brains to not see themselves as parasitic ascunts. I leave for work the same time every day. Sometimes I'm late because of accidents causing traffic. Not my problem. I'm not waking up early to leave early and arrive early 80% of the time to account for the 20% of time there are unforeseen circumstances. Wonderful infinite universe, but we are reduced to this fucking existential torture called modern life. Alexa, set an alarm for 4:45 a.m. in case I step in dog shit tomorrow. If it happens again, just track the dog shit inside the business. I was once told I needed to submit a time-off request more than 72 hours in advance. It was for a funeral. She said, "Just try." In hindsight, I would have asked how in the hell I could have done that when they were still alive then. But I was caught so off guard by the response to the request I just said, "Fine," knowing full well it was impossible. Funerals are almost never set more than 3 days in advance, even if it's later than normal. Not all that connected to your story, but it reminded me of this one. I've called in well to work. Boss told me he'd see me the next day. Great guy. He didn't take any grief. And he didn't hand any out either.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.